So again, welcome to Free Healing Meditation Mondays. My name is Nathan Writing. I'm with Rising Heart Grounded Mind. And this is a space where we get together each Monday to meditate, work our energy, and heal ourselves. So hopefully we feel better and can start off the week in a great way. So we've been kind of going on a theme a little bit of springtime, given the season. And particularly, we've been talking a little bit about time. We've just come through a very powerful time. If you recall, you all experienced it. No one was exempt in the whole world. For the most part, we all had the pleasure of going through a very disruptive period on the planet, the pandemic. And as you look at this picture, notice you had to go indoors a lot. There were these lockdowns. We couldn't go outside as much. We couldn't circulate our energy and be in relationship to each other in person like we had been before. And a lot of people have been talking about how challenging that's been. And a lot of people have talked about how it really made them go within themselves to really think about what's important to them. What really matters to them? What is my true desire? And there was this kind of great resignation that happened, and a lot of people left their jobs. A lot of you had disruptions. There was loss for many of us. Don't want to dismiss that. In so many ways, it was a very changing period. And we really began to look at our time. What are we doing with our time? Did we lose time? Time we would have with family, friends, celebrating, whatever. I'm not bringing this up to bring up bad memories or to disrupt, but it is something that's been really powerful for everybody. And in this time, in this season, it's a great opportunity for us to reflect on and to think about what we want and our time. And in the Indian healing tradition, they call time kala, and they call your desire kama. And that energy comes together to create our experience or our karma. And so I thought today we would explore a little bit of that energy and help us release and let go of the desires that we no longer resonate with, we no longer want, that we no longer feel like support us. Given we just went through this huge period of reflection and of evaluation, whether we wanted to or not. So I want to move into the meditation, just kind of setting that up. And so if you want to just join me, we can just put our feet on the floor. Just go ahead and gently close our eyes and just allow ourselves to just breathe and feel our breath. Breathe in and then breathe out all the heavy energy. Your day, your weekend. And breathe in and breathe out. Just tune into the energy of today. Today is Monday, April 4th. It's evening for most people in the United States here. And I just want to invite you to just relax and be aware of your head. Be aware of the top of your head, aware of your ears, your eyes. I want you to be aware of that place behind your eyes. This place where so much input from our environment comes, where we process so much of what we see, what we hear, what we smell, what we taste. It's all here. And here also is a place where we can imagine and have our visual perception, our imagination, our brain, and our head. And so at this place, it's such a powerful point in our bodies. I just want you to imagine yourself in a room here, sitting in a chair, very comfortable chair that feels really good for you, supports you, and nurtures you. And as you do that, I just want you to relax and just notice the shape and the color the textures. Is it a leather chair? Is it a wingback chair? Is it a lounge chair? Are you sitting on a blanket on a beach? Where are you? What is comfortable for you right now? What feels good for you right now? There's no right or wrong here. And as you do that and you get comfortable, just breathe and just release. And allow yourself to be here. And from this place in the center of your head where you're seated, I'd like you to be aware of your sacral floor, of the tip of your spine. It's not that far away from where you're sitting in the center of your head. And I'd like you to imagine there's a connection from the tip of your spine that goes all the way down to the center of the planet. I just want you to notice that. You can make it from anything that you would like, a tree trunk, a beam of light, a waterfall, an anchor and chain. But I just want you to really imagine that connection to the earth. Make it very real for you in your mind, still sitting in that chair in the center of your head, from that spot in the center of your head. Just seeing that happen. It's really connecting. It's really pulling and bringing up the magnetic force and energy of the planet. The planet is very magnetic, pulling all things towards it. It has such great mass. And as you do that, that magnetic energy really begins to envelop that grounding cord, that connection you just made with the earth, and begins to start to pull on your body. And any limitations and energy that isn't yours is beginning to start to become heavy and just very, very easily, without effort, fall out of you, out of your body. And it's also connecting into the energy, the space all around you, about 2 to 3 feet all around you. And so I'd like you to just be aware of that and this pull, this gentle pull on you from the earth. And I want you to be aware of the earth. It's the physical reality, the place where we have our life. And without the earth, there can be no life. And it's this big, big ball of water and mineral and rock spinning and moving around the sun as the solar system moves in the galaxy, and as the galaxy spins and moves in the universe. It's all moving, but this is the place where you have space for you. And the movement of the earth, the movement of the light, is what creates the time for all of us. So just want you to begin to release all of the pressure of time that you're feeling in your body. In our physical bodies, we have a lot of pressure on us. Being responsible adults in our lives, just want you to allow any of the pressures of time to come off your shoulder and your crown. You have to do something right now. You don't have enough time. All of that pressure, just let that come out of you. We call it time and space, but when we don't have our space, we lose our time. Everything gets harder. So just allow all of the energy of time, which is created by the movement of the earth, from you being on the earth where you have space, the operating reality for you in a physical body. So just let that energy come off your crown and off your shoulders. And I invite you to allow and ask any of the energy and pressure from time that's imposed on you from society, the program of time, to come out of your stomach, where we go into effort. We override our bodies. We work really hard to try to make things happen. So just allow that to come out and give yourself a little bit of a break from time. And also be aware of your feet. Your feet are moving you on the earth. You're walking your path. You're walking in space. And sometimes maybe we feel like we're not where we should be in our lives, where we want to be, or society tells us to be. So I invite you to allow any energy that can come out of your feet, out of your path, that's programmed, that's pushing you to think that you're not in your right place in your right time. Just allow that to come out of your feet. And anywhere else in your body where time is hijacking your life. Just allow that to come out of you. Any energy, thoughts in your head, your to-do list, just let that come out of you. The earth is doing all the work. It's just pulling on your body, very benevolently supporting you and helping you as you're healing yourself. The earth is lending this powerful gravity energy that's just pulling it out of your space. Now, as that energy comes out of your head, all the things that you've been thinking about from your day and your week and what you've got to do coming up, just let that go out of your body, out of your space. It just happens automatically. Any judgments you have about yourself, about not keeping up with time, I just want you to let that out of you. And just breathe. Any grief you have about time in your life, wherever you are, whatever stage, whatever age, maybe you feel like you're getting too old, maybe you want to hurry up and get older, whatever, wherever you feel like time is not serving you in that way, allow that grief to come out. Anywhere, any place in your body that is saying to you, your time is being stolen, just take that out of you. It's a big game on this planet to steal our time, to steal our energy. And just let that come out of you. Just notice where that's coming out. You don't have to know, just allow that. Just have the intention, wherever time is being stolen from me, just let that go. Because all we have is time. That's one of our biggest assets, and energy. Our energy to do the things we want to do. And so just really clean up that time, wherever it is in your space. And I want you to be aware of your body and any grief around anything that you missed, anything that you felt like you lost from the pandemic. I just want you to let that start to come out of you. There could be big losses. People have left, opportunities to travel, see loved ones. All of that is real. And I just want to invite you to let that grief and that feeling of loss start to come out of you. Just breathe. Any energy where you felt you really had to exert yourself, you were stretched so far, the stress of that time, any of the trauma of that time. Many of you had children. It's a big deal to have to school them at home, couldn't go out and play. Maybe you had a job you had to do at the same time, or maybe you just couldn't connect with other people when you were alone. Lots of different circumstances. Maybe you were a frontline worker and you're exhausted from all the work. Just begin to release all of that trauma, all of that energy from that time, and all of the disappointment of all the things that you wish you could have done or think you should have done during that time. Just begin to really let that go. Just breathe. Really letting go of the energy of the pandemic, the loss of the pandemic, the grief of the pandemic, any anger that you may be feeling. I just want you to begin to start let that go as well. Whatever can come out. It's not good or bad, right or wrong. Just notice where in your body that is and just start to allow the earth. It's still connected to you through your grounding cord, pulling on you through this gravitational magnetic connection, really pulling on your body so that you can release. So just allow yourself to really release that energy. Any of the expectations you have about your life that you can release as we're moving collectively into new energies, into new opportunities. Just let that go. And anywhere where you didn't feel supported, just be aware of this lower back, right behind you, right above your pelvic region, where the spine kind of moves in, kind of bends in, supporting your lower abdominal area. Abdominal area is kind of this supportive area where if you felt supported or didn't feel supported, energy sits. I just want to invite you to release that energy. Any energy where you did or didn't feel supported. And just breathe. And this point right here, this back of this point, and in front of our bodies is this point where our time and our desires meet to create our experience. And in the pandemic, we had to adjust our desires. And we had to face and go within ourselves, see what was really going on. So I just want you to ask at this point, kind of in the kind of small of your back area, kind of in the lower abdomen area. You don't have to know the exact point, but where this point of time and desire meet. Because the desire, the emotion of what you want, meets the time, meets the earth, the movement of the earth, the emotion, the desire coming together with the time to create our experience. I just want you to allow yourself to just start to release anything that is not serving you in your desires. Just allow that grounding cord to really begin to pull on that point. And to start to clean up those desires. You've changed. No one is the same since the pandemic. So start allowing any of the energy of your past desires to start to come out of your emotional body, your emotional space, out of this point where our karma is created. Just allow that to start to come out of you. And anywhere in your timeline, whether it's in this lifetime, in this body, or in past lives, that is driving your need and desires that aren't in present time. So just allow the energy in that lower body just to start to release and let go. Any fear about releasing here, just let that go. Any resistance you have to releasing that energy, just let it go. A lot of times our desires are rooted in our past experience. And anything that's not in present time that doesn't serve you, I just want you to let that go on the timeline in this lower part of your body. And just notice what you notice. Notice what you feel. Notice what's happening, what's changing in the lower body. It's a lot of energy that you're starting to release. You might be going a little unconscious. That's okay. That's what happens when you move a lot of energy. So just know that something's really working if you're starting to go unconscious. And that's completely normal. And you should feel validated. Oh, you're doing it because you're going unconscious. Just allow that energy to come out more off the timeline. Any fear, any pain that you've experienced, let that come out. Any loss or tragedy on that timeline, let that start to come off. Any emotional pain, let that come out. And then as you do that, just allow the desire, what you want. That includes the sexual energy, all of that. Just let that energy that no longer is in present time or does not serve you, that may be based in past experience, just let that start to come out of you. Could be trauma. it could be even, joyful things that you need to move on from so you can create new joyful things. It's not that they're going to go away. Just let go of any of the energy that's not in present time, that's not serving you now, post this pandemic world that we're moving into. Not that it's all done, but we're moving forward more and more and more. So just let that energy start to come out of you. Just breathe. This body is creating the time for you. It's moving on this earth and you're moving it through your thoughts and your desires. Just allow any other energy that you want to release right now in your body that's not serving you, that's not aligned with you in this present time moment. It's not aligned with what you really want. Any energy from other people that dictate what you should want. Oh, maybe you need to have $1 million house, or you need to have X amount of children, or you need to go to this school, or you need to have X profession, or you need to be this type of spiritual religious person, whatever that is. You need to have a big boat in your yard, on your driveway. Whatever that might be, just let that go. If it doesn't resonate with you, just let those expectations and those desires come out of you. And anywhere your family is dictating what you want. Our family really has a lot of investment in us and what we're doing. So really just allow that energy to come out, release a little bit more. And then at that point where the time and the desire, the karma, the kama and the kala coming together, creating the karma, just really want you to ask the universe just to really help you release anything else that can release. And at this creative point, it's creating our experience, this experience in the physical world. Just want you to allow any other energy that you'd like to release come out of you here right now. And then from the earth, which is our great mother that is creating this physical reality, I'd like you to say hello to the earth from the center of your head. You're still in the center of your head. You're still in the chair in the center of your head. And I'd like you to ask her to give you a healing from her. She's in the earth, she's in the whole universe, creating this creation. And I just want you to see this light, this energy, you can see it any color coming up your grounding cord, up into your feet, up into your legs, and coming right into that point in your lower abdomen, bringing light, love, and energy. It's the divine feminine energy, whatever form you want to call it, whether it's Kali, whether it's Mary, whether it's the goddess, whatever. There's the divine masculine and the feminine. I want you to ask her to bless this part of you and to ask her to help you be more in alignment with her creation so that you can have more happiness, so you can have more joy, so you can have what you truly want that's in alignment with you as part of her. And just let that energy come up into you and begin to expand in that lower part of your body, really helping that whole area begin to relax, relaxing more and more and more. Just breathe. It's beginning to move from your abdomen all the way up into your diaphragm. And it's starting to move up into your heart, up into your chest and lungs, moving into your arms, all the way into your arms, starting to go down in your arms and out your hands and moving up into your neck and head and down into your feet. That whole energy is really beginning to envelop you. Just allow this to run for a minute. The divine mother, she's here for everyone, for all of her creation. So allow her to really give you this healing. Notice how calm it is. Notice how light it is. Notice how supportive it is. And then I'd like you to look up from that point in the center of your the center of your head where you're sitting, and just look up and see the stars through a skylight. like you're looking up through your crown. And I want you just to ask your energy, your highest star, your divine purpose that's come here to this earth to be in this divine creation, to have this experience, to start calling back all of your energy and bring with it the information that you need in order to take your steps and move forward in the new vibrations, in the new creation that's coming forward that the great divine mother is creating and is meeting and creating in you and in all of life. And it's creating it from this point of the time and the desire coming together to create the experience, this new experience. And have that energy come into your crown. It's getting bigger and bigger and brighter and brighter and calling all of your energy back. And it's tuning it into your information, your high holographic awareness, your blueprint for your life. And it's just so heavy and so powerful and so laden with your energy and supporting you, it starts to fall into you. And those instructions and your energy that you've called back from wherever you've left it, whatever's ready to come into you, is starting to fall into your head, into your eyes and ears and your nose and your mouth, down into your shoulders. And it's starting to greet the mother energy. And this is more of the masculine energy. The sky energy is meeting the earth energy, and they're coming into union with one another. And it's cascading down into your body, into your shoulders, into your heart. Really filling in your heart, filling in your lungs, filling in your abdomen, down your arms, down to your wrists, all the way down, and finally meeting in that lower abdominal place where they're coming into great union with one another. And it's renewing your desire. The masculine is the desire. That feminine is the time, the energy, creating the creation, which is you. And so in doing this meditation, you're renewing your creation, yourself here on this earth. And that energy continues to flow down into your legs, down into your knees, all the way down to your feet, and then out your hands. And that union of the energy of the father and the mother in your space is starting to spill out all around you, above you and below you, to the left and to the right of you, in front and back of you. And it's bringing you balance. It's bringing you peace. It's bringing you the equilibrium and steadiness that you need. And it's resetting all of your time and all of your desires so you can move forward in a powerful way in this world in the days and weeks ahead. And once you feel all filled up and you feel full, just go ahead and open your eyes and you can come on out of trance. So that was a little bit of a different take on some of the meditation that we've been doing. I hope it was good for you all. I hope you have a very good evening. I am teaching my beginning clairvoyant tools class right now. The last time I will teach it likely this year is in June. So I'm just putting that out there for folks if you're interested, if you haven't taken it. It will be June 11th, 18th, 25th, and July 2nd of this year. I hope you all have a great evening and hope to see you here next week or in some other venue in another time or in a private session or whatever. I hope you have a good evening. Take care, everyone.